Chceš to?
Jedna.
Fasten your seatbelts. Octagon MMA is heading to Trinec for the first time, a city which has waited 8 years for Octagon's arrival. The battle for the flyweight title. One of the world's greatest fighters in this division, Sam Creasey, is about to defend his belt for the very first time. He'll defend his throne against the #1 ranked fighter in the division, Adamia, who comes from the Georgian school of fighting and has proved unstoppable for the last 3 years. Fans have been waiting patiently for this Czech-Slovak derby. Former 6-time Octagon champion David Kozma is about to enter one of the most important fights of his career. The Prince of Bratislava, Robo Pukač, invited Pink Panther into the cage, where he promises to give Kozma hell. The opening round of the 3rd season of the Tipsport Gamechanger, the European MMA Middleweight Champions League, with €1 million at stake. Czech fan favourite Miloš Petrášek is back. He is hungrier than ever for victory and wants to seal his legacy and prove that he can go head-to-head with anyone, including England's highly experienced 3-time world champion, Mick Stanton. Greek warrior Andreas Michailidis has already competed in the welterweight Tipsport Gamechanger final, and now he's coming to conquer Europe once again. Can he dominate the middleweight division as well? Or will South African Hurricane and 2-time EFC champion Mark Hulme take him out in the first round? The reserve fight in the €1 million pyramid offers a heated rematch between two mighty finishers. Slovakia's Milan Datalinka versus German striker Jaime Cordero. You can also look forward to seeing Slovakia's rising star, Veronika Smolkova, who will be going up against an opponent with twice as much experience, the ferocious pitbull, Aitana Alvarez. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Octagon 67, Creasey versus Adamia. Buy the pay-per-view and be transported to a front row seat for the entire tournament on octagon.tv.
Welcome to the official weigh-ins here for Octagon 67. 8 years in the making this show. Trinec will finally see the Octagon circus roll into that work arena tomorrow night. And what a card we have for you. We will find out who the next quarterfinalists of the Tipsport Gamechanger €1 million pyramid will be. We have contestants from the Czech Republic, from Greece, from England, and for the first time ever from South Africa as well. On top of that, what we will dub a match made by the fans. Robo Pukač taking on David Kozma. David Kozma, a local favourite, taking on the Prince of Bratislava, voted for by you to take this fight on. And then, of course, our main event of the evening is the flyweight title fight that will see Sam Creasey defend his belt for the very first time against Adamia. That is the card. You can still look for tickets. There's limited on Ticket Portal, and you can join us live on octagon.tv. Also today at 3:30 at the Cultural Centre, you can join us for the Open Weigh-ins, which will have all the fun and games we usually have, interviews, giveaways, and of course the final stare downs before tomorrow night. So let's get this one underway. Let's introduce everybody on stage, our dynamic duo that are Pavel and Andre, of course our beautiful Octagon ladies Nina and Teresa, and then our commission that are looking after the fighters. Vasco, Pavel Picante and Vaslav will be looking after the scales. So first up, our YouTube free prelim. Let's welcome to the scales now from Austria, the Dom, Dominik Schrober. 34 years of age from Vienna in Austria, representing that Hero Gym and Kong's Gym, training alongside the likes of Jungwirth and Schwendt ahead of their fight at Octagon 68 coming up next on the Octagon calendar. 27th pro fight, 13 wins in there, 11 finishes, 6 knockouts, 5 submissions, has fought for the likes of ACB and Brave before, was also at one time Austria's 3rd strongest man. Needs to hit 84.4. 84.2 for the Dom, Dominik Schrober. There we go, one half of our YouTube free prelim. Let's welcome now a man making his debut, Daniel Ligotsky. 27 years of age from right here in Trinec, the Czech Republic, making his Octagon debut, undefeated as an amateur, 2-1 as a professional on back-to-back wins as well. You look at that both finished as one over Karol Krupa by TKO, and then 84.2 there for Ligotsky. Also coming off the back of a victory against Melvin Mann, a 3rd round submission. Let's bring these guys together. Tomorrow night, our YouTube free prelim, Legotsky versus Schrober. What a way to kick off the card. You can check that out live and for free to whet your appetite on our YouTube channel. Next up, a flyweight contest. Before they step on the scales, let's take a look at these two ladies and their story behind this fight.
After 3 consecutive wins, Veronika Smolkova is ready to take on the Spanish pitbull, Aitana Alvarez.
Another right elbow lands.
After finishing her last 3 fights by way of finish, the well-rounded and exceptionally powerful Slovak is on a roll.
It's going to be called that, is it?
Smolkova.
After claiming victory over Jovana Dukic, she also made short work of Milady Simplicio in Bratislava in just 66 seconds.
Oh, and you can just see what's laid. There's that left hook. Big shot!
Alvarez trains at Sweden's renowned All-Star Training Center and can rely on her experience ahead of this fight. In Octagon, she defeated British prospect Megan Morris and faced off against Svabova, who she managed to battle it out with for 3 full rounds. Her fighting style consists of tough striking and exceptional ground skills, where so far no one has been able to finish her.
So first up, let's welcome the Spanish pitbull, Aitana Alvarez. 25 years of age, from Spain by way of Sweden, training out of that All-Stars gym. Winner of Spanish Fighter of the Year as well. 3rd fight for Octagon, beat Megan Morris in her debut back at Octagon 56, then took Svabova all the way to a decision, Octagon 59. 57.3. We need to hit 57.2, so we will bring in the Ring of Hoop. Nice round of applause, though. I appreciate it. That's good. 57.2 is the magic number she needs to hit with that 500-gram allowance. This will be her 15th pro fight. 7 wins in there, 2 finishes, both by knockout. Has never been finished inside the MMA cage as well. Started judo age 7, and on top of that is doing a degree in law and business admin as well. 57.2 for the Spanish pitbull, Aitana Alvarez. That's the round of applause. There we go. We'll take it now. That's the one. They made it. And again, she called for this fight as well. She looked to get back inside this Octagon cage. Is 1-1 so far. And again, with this flyweight division, now she's making that presence known. There is always the chance that we could be looking at a contender in the making here. Again, stepping in, and Spanish press as well have been going crazy for Aitana Alvarez, winning that Spanish Fighter of the Year for 2024-2025. Now, speaking of form, let's welcome the sweetheart from Slovakia, Veronika Smolkova. 22 years of age, from Slovakia, the #1 ranked fighter in this division, representing that Dracula Gym and Free Flight Club Detva. 5-3 as a pro, on 5 wins, 4 finishes, 3 knockouts and 1 submission in there. And the last 3 fights she's won all by TKO. Needs to hit 57.2. 57.3 there. Veronika Smolkova will have 2 hours. 2 hours from stepping on the scale to make that weight. And again, you can keep up with all the information, all the updates with this fight card and whatever happens next in the weigh-ins on our social media. But look at that run of form. 5 wins, 4 finishes in there, 3 knockouts, 1 submission. And you look at that last Jovana Dukic, Octagon 59, 2nd round TKO. And then Milady Simplicio, Octagon 63, that 1st round TKO as well. We should be set and ready for Smolkova to come out. Again, #1 ranked fighter. This will be, again, for us to look at. Maybe the contender for that vacant flyweight belt. Spain versus Slovakia, Smolkova versus Alvarez tomorrow night, Octagon 67 here in Třinec. Superb fight. That is just the 2nd fight of the night. Next up, we have a catchweight bout set at 72 kilos and a debutant making his way to the scales for the first time. Let's welcome from Moldova, Petru Bozdugan. aka the Mace, 24 years of age from Moldova, from CSA MMA, making his Octagon debut. An impressive professional record already, 6-1 as a professional. In there, 5 finishes, all by knockout, and 3 of those have come in the very first round. 72 is the magic number. 71.9 for Petru Bustugan. The Mace from Moldova makes weight, and you look at his accolades as well. Started combat sports age 11, European champion hand-to-hand combat, Euro champ in combat sambo as well. Next up, another debutant. Let's welcome him now, Tomáš Mudrok. 26 from Opvar here in the Czech Republic, making his Octagon debut, fighting out of Fight Club Ostrava. 5-1 as a pro, all 5 wins by finish, and this is an incredible statistic. The average time to a victory, 71.8. The average time to a victory, 1 minute and 7 seconds. That is incredible. Intense stare down between these two. Tomorrow night they settle it inside the cage. Mudrok versus Bustugan. You can feel the tension inside this room for sure. Next up, some serious business to deal with as well. The Tipsport Gamechanger reserve fight. Before these guys step on the scale, let's take a look at them ahead of that.
The first tournament in the city famous for ice hockey and steel will see the much anticipated battle of strikers. In a Tipsport Gamechanger reserve bout, Milan Datalinka will enter a mighty clash against Jaime Cordero. After a 3-year hiatus, former title challenger and participant in the legendary first season of Octagon Challenge, Milan Datalinka returned to the Octagon cage in style.
Oh, that's it! That is it! Datalinka!
Mr. Comeback has finished 8 bouts before the limit.
Milan Datalinka!
And he expects to do the same in this fight against German sharpshooter Cordero. Their last fight in Oberhausen lasted just 34 seconds, as the fight was stopped after Cordero hit the back of Datalinka's head with an illegal elbow. Almost 6 months later, the vicious striker Cordero will take on the same opponent in the cage again. Octagon fans will certainly remember his lightning-quick high-kick finish over Torakat the Stranica.
Jaime Cordero getting the finish here!
Before which he dealt with Rashka in just 67 seconds.
Whoa!
Fans expect to see a quick finish in this bout, and whoever scores the victory also has the chance to enter the €1 million pyramid.
Octagon 60, this fight was set to start. We had that taken away from us. Tomorrow night, the stakes will be raised in the Tipsport Gamechanger reserve fight. Let's welcome first to the scale, Jaime Cordero. 33 years of age, from Bremen in Germany by way of Puerto Rico, representing that Elevate gym in Bremen. 7-2-1 as a professional, 5 finishes in there with 4 knockouts and 1 submission. 84.6 needs to hit 84.4, right? So yeah, we'll just bring that in. We'll lose the shorts. 84.4 is the magic number with that 500 gram allowance. 89 points. There we go, he's getting in, there we go. So he has the fastest submission as an active middleweight. That was in his last fight against Tabasciano. 60 seconds at Octagon, 64. 84.5. Hands up, stay still. 84.5. He will have 2 hours to lose that 0.1. Don't see it being a drama, but stay tuned on our social media again. That is the magic number with the allowance, 84.4. But look at that, the fastest submission as an active middleweight with that 60-second Kimura over Tabasciano. The quickest KO as well, one of those, 61 seconds against Rashka, and then 22 seconds against Torok. Now let's welcome Mr. Comeback to the scale, Milan Datalinka. 29 years of age, from Slovakia, representing that CSW Slovakia gym and Kickwolf. Last outing was Octagon 60. That was a no contest. Obviously now returning, looking to settle that score here tomorrow night at Octagon 67. 84.3 there for Mr. Comeback. Datalinka makes weight. Holds the fourth fastest KO in Octagon history. That's the 14-second Andrei Rashka's knockout back at Octagon 59. But now let's bring these guys together. That is our Tipsport Gamechanger reserve fight. Germany versus Slovakia. Cordero versus Datalinka. We're going to go up a couple of weight classes now. This one should be a fun one. This is in the light heavyweight division. Let's welcome, making his debut, Antonio Zovac. 30 years of age from Croatia and Serbia, representing MMA Team Zovac. 24 pro fights, has never been to a decision. And you look at his last 10 fights, all of them, win, lose. They have all been finished in that very first round. 93.3 for Antonio Zovac. Makes weight. Champion of the Croatian promotion BFN, started kickboxing age 19, all wins by finish, 12 knockouts in there and 3 submissions. This is a recipe for some fun. Now let's welcome to the scales, DD Skvor. 35 years of age from Prague in the Czech Republic, returning to the cage. He is the Underground King, Czech and Waco champion, IFMA Euro champion and Glory veteran. He's the 93.4 there for DD Skvor. Fireworks written all over this one. Daniel Skvor versus Antonio Zovac. Next up, we have a fight in the female bantamweight division, making her debut for Octagon. Let's welcome her to the scale now, Kalindra Faria. 38 from Brazil, debuting on the Octagon cage, representing Valle Top Team. 31st pro fight, 19 wins, 13 finishes. UFC vet, KSW vet, Invicta vet. 61.7 on the money for Faria. Big smile on the face, set and ready to make her debut. She will be having a baptism of fire. Let's welcome her now, the silent killer, Lucia Zabova. 27 years of age from Bratislava, Slovakia. 8-0 in mixed martial arts. 6 finishes, 2 knockouts, 4 submissions. 61.5 for the silent killer. What a fight. Brazil versus Slovakia. Faria versus Vabova. Didn't want to break the eye contact then. What a battle that is. I am sure our bantamweight champ Cecilia Belanda will have her eyes firmly on that contest. Next up, we have another debut, this time in the featherweight division. Let's welcome Edgar Cebollero Delgado Jimenez. 36 years of age from Costa Rica, representing Striking Performance Center and Santa Ana BJJ plus Celsius Jiu-Jitsu. 21 professional fights, 15 wins in there with 10 finishes, 6 by way of knockout, 4 by way of submission. Unbeaten since 2022, and his last 4 fights have all been title fights. 66.1 for Jimenez. Makes weight. makes the trip all the way from sunny Costa Rica to Trinets, and tomorrow night he will debut inside the cage. He will be taking on someone well known and also someone who had a big hit on our social media on Valentine's Day this week. Let's welcome him now. Without the good Spanish, Pablo. Good Spanish, yeah, muy bien, perfecto. Let's welcome him now. Let's welcome One Love, Nico Samsonidze. 30 years of age from Berlin, Germany, by way of Georgia, representing that Spitfire Gym and Sayato Performance Gym. #1 ranked featherweight in the Octagon rankings. His last outing was at that record-breaking event in Frankfurt, Octagon 62. 66.3 on the money for One Love, Samsonidze. Last outing was Octagon 62. Tomorrow night, he will step into the cage at the Work Arena. There we go, Germany versus Costa Rica, Samsonidze versus Jimenez. Superb fight indeed. Next up, we have some Tipsport Gamechanger action. Do we have a video for this one? Let me check. Do we have a video for this one? I didn't see it. No? Okay, let's just get on with the scale because we're going to welcome our first South African into the Octagon Tipsport Gamechanger. Let's welcome him now, Mark Hulme. 30 years of age from Pretoria in South Africa, representing the CIT Performance Institute. He's the first South African to step into the Tipsport Gamechanger. 12 wins, 7 finishes, all by submission, 6 by rear naked choke. Training partner of Dricus du Plessis, 2-time EFC champ, and he fought for Brave ACA and M1 Global. For 84.3 for Mark Hulme. Mark Hulme makes weight set and ready for his Octagon debut. Highly anticipated indeed. Taking on a man who made it all the way to the Tipsport Gamechanger finals in season 1 at welterweight. Let's welcome him now, the Spartan Michailidis. 36 from Athens in Greece, representing EFL MMA in Athens. Finalist on season 1 of the Tipsport Gamechanger. Now made the move to middleweight. And you look at his background, 16-8 is his record, UFC veteran, 13 finishes, 8 knockouts, 5 submissions in there, wins over the likes of Apollo Silva, Mo Grabinski, Lewis Glissman, and now stepping onto the scale at middleweight for the Tipsport Gamechanger. 84.4 for the Spartan Michailidis. What a fight this is set to be. Both elite athletes, both looking to make that step forward in this €1 million Tipsport Gamechanger. They will be flying their flags high and proud. Greece versus South Africa. Michailidis has done this journey before, again at welterweight. What an incredible journey that was. Get to the final. And now we will bring these guys together for the first time. Who will take one step closer to that €300,000 prize money? Will it be Michailidis or Mark Hulme? Amazing, the Tipsport Gamechanger, the gift that keeps on giving. Next up, we have another fight in that series. Let's take a look at the two fighters before they step on the scale.
In the opening round of the Tipsport Gamechanger Season 3, Miloš Petrášek will face off against British champion Mick Stanton. Petrášek began his MMA career at the age of 16, and since then he's worked his way up to becoming one of the Czech Republic's most popular fighters. After returning to the cage after a 2-year hiatus, he claimed victory over Kamil Wojciechowski at Prague's Eden Arena. His hunger for more success will see him compete among Europe's greatest fighters.
Jsem namotivovaný prostě ten zápas vyhrát a chcípnout to tam.
Mick Stanton also has 13 professional wins on his record. Most of those came by way of knockout, and his heavy hands also saw him claim the Cage Warriors belt twice. Known to English MMA fans as the Huyton Hammer, Stanton has gone up against Britain's best fighters.
You're in for a fight. It's going to be a war.
The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt is one of the biggest menaces on the European scene, and he's more than ready to prove that now is his time.
Let's welcome, representing England, the Huyton Hammer, Mick Stanton. 38 from Liverpool in the UK, representing ASWHQ. Darren Morris in his corner there, legend of the sport. 21 pro fights, 13 wins, along the way collecting that Cage Warriors champion and looking to make his mark in this Tipsport Gamechanger tournament. 84.5 will lose the shorts. Again, look at the quality of his fights as well. The wins over Darren Stewart, the likes of James Webb, was the reserve fight for the Kinsel Engazek title fight. That was back in Frankfurt. Got to watch that cage side to see those guys battle it out for that middleweight gold strap. 84.4, the Huyton Hammer makes weight. Set and ready for this again. Talked about that documentary, we saw little highlights from it there. This is the first time, incredibly, that he's been able to train full-time as a pro. Look at all he's achieved when he's been doing this sport as a hobby. Excited to see him fly that flag in the cage for England for sure. He will be taking on a legend in the Czech Republic. Let's welcome him now, Miloš Petrášek. Flying that Czech flag high, Petrášek representing Reinders MMA, making the move from light heavyweight down to middleweight. The number he has to hit is 84.4. Other numbers we need to know: 20 pro fights, 13 wins in there, 12 finishes as well, 4 knockouts and 8 submissions. 84.7, we will lose the shorts. And again, first time making that move down. Trains alongside as well the likes of Carlos Vermola and another Tipsport Gamechanger contestant, and now quarterfinalist Mate Peñas. 17 of 21 takedown attempts he has defended, an 81% defense rate. 84.4 there for Miloš Petrášek. That was the question a lot of people were asking. Could he make the weight? You have your answer now. This morning, for the first time, he has stepped on the scales and hit that 84.4 limit. This fight is official. This will be to see who takes another step forward in that €1 million tournament. Again, you can keep up with all the action. You can watch it live on OKTAGON.tv or in Germany on RTL+. So much at stake in this fight. Who will take that one step forward? The talking stops tomorrow night. They step inside the cage. Miloš Petrášek versus Mick Stanton. Miloš Petrášek looking good there at middleweight. Incredible stuff. Next up, we have our co-main event, a fight made by you, the fans. Let's take a look at the story behind this battle.
A heated derby showdown between two stars of OKTAGON. The Robo Pukač David Kozma matchup has provoked an unexpected range of opinions. Robo Pukač has had some difficult moments over the last few years. After several fights didn't go his way, he had an agonizing 2-year wait before he could secure another victory. That much coveted win finally came his way in October of last year against Brazilian
Bratislava Prince.
He then confirmed he's back with vengeance with a near flawless performance against dangerous striker Amari Deirdrick. Kozma has competed in one of the greatest duels in the organization's history. He's defeated names such as Pirat Kristofic, Mate Kertész, Bojan Veličković and Petr Monster Kaniše.
Kozma to znovu dokázal, to je neskutečné.
Množstvo vojen a veľmi dobrých vojen, kvalitných sa ale na ňom podpísalo. Zanechali na ňom podľa mňa veľa škody.
jim odchází v hlavě a zápasí dřív, než by měl, no, takže tam je asi jeho největší slabina.
So here we go, our co-main event. All eyes on this. Let's welcome first to the scale, the Prince of Bratislava, Robo Pukač. 32 years of age from Bratislava, representing Fighting Slava Gym. Octagon 1 contestant, voted for over Kalashnik and Stolzer for this fight. 78.2, it needs to hit 77.6. What's in the hat? We do one at a time. It's like the slowest strip we've ever seen, but we'll take it. Look, 34 pro fights, 18 wins in there as well, 3 knockouts, 4 submissions, and on a 2-fight win streak, including that incredible victory over Amari Deirdrick. 78, so needs to cut 0.4 to make the official weight of 77.6. He will have 2 hours from the moment he stepped on that scale. We will keep you updated with that on our social media. He will have those 2 hours to cut that final 0.4, then that fight will be official. Next up, making his return on home turf, the local favorite. Let's welcome Pink Panther David Kozma. 32 years of age, former king of the welterweight division, longest reigning champion in Octagon history, 6 title defenses with the joint highest win streak as well, 10 wins in a row inside the Octagon cage. Now looking to return here in Trinec, was stood aloft that Trinec work arena. Tomorrow night he will fight inside it. 77.7. Needs to lose 0.1 there. We'll lose the shorts. The sunglasses were dropped. Next up, we'll lose the shorts. We need the ring of hope, we will call it. He's the only Octagon fighter with over 3 hours of battles inside the Octagon cage in victorious fights. That is an incredible statistic and just goes to show why he is a legend in this promotion. 77.6 on the money for Kozma. There we go. He makes weight, and again, what a return it is for him, taking that time away, now fighting here in Trinec, a stone's throw away from where he grew up. Fought and beat Kurtesh, Kristofic, Apollo, Bojan Veličković, Kniže. What a list, what a resume this man has built, and tomorrow night he will be looking to see if he can add the Prince of Bratislava to that. Let's bring these guys together. Robo Pukač versus David Kozma tomorrow night, Octagon 67 inside the work arena. Again, a fight voted for by you, the fans. You put this one together tomorrow night. We shall see all together how it plays out. That is our co-main event, leaving us with one bit of business to deal with. That is the flyweight title fight at top of this card. Let's take a look at the 2 fighters that will battle it out for that crown.
Sam Creasey is about to enter his first fight as the division's current champion. He will defend his title against Beno Adamia, a hugely talented Georgian fighter who just happens to be in the best form of his life. Adamia is a product of the same gym as former featherweight champion Mate Sanakidze. The 28-year-old fighter is currently enjoying a 5-fight win streak. He earned the right to challenge for the title with wins over the highly experienced Gustavo Lopez.
Oh, that right hand again!
And Stipe Bricic. After a series of victories, the former M1 and ACB fighter is fully aware the once-in-a-lifetime opportunities the fight game can throw at you. Creasey has 19 wins on his record, 2 of which he claimed over Welsh warrior Aaron Abbey.
Big takedown!
Including a stunning victory in Birmingham. The former 2-time Cage Warriors champion dominates his opponents in the cage thanks to his well-rounded fighting style, which the numbers can confirm.
Samurai Sam Creasey!
Will Creasey be able to maintain his supremacy in the division, or will the unpredictable Georgian seize this opportunity and claim the throne?
So let's welcome first the challenger, Beno Adamia. 28 years of age from Tbilisi in Georgia, representing that Champions Academy, looking to become the second Georgian in Octagon history to claim that Octagon gold. These days 56.9, needs to hit 56.7 for championship weight. Again, no 500-gram allowance for a title fight. This man is undefeated in 3 years, including wins over Gustavo Lopez and Stipe Bricic. 56.8 will have 2 hours to make that 56.7. Needs to hit that on the money again. Title fights, there are no allowance. Benno Adamia, a little bit of work still to do to make that championship weight. Now let's welcome to the scale the reigning and defending flyweight champion, Sam Creasey. Samurai Creasey, the reigning champion, won that belt back at Octagon 56, that 5-round battle with the legend that is Aaron Abbey, representing RGA Bucks. And you look at the record as well, 24 pro fights, 19 victories in there with 13 finishes. Former Cage Warriors champion, and it was his birthday this week as well. 56.5 championship weight and change for Samurai Creasey. So once again, stay tuned to our socials. We will keep you updated. Point one still for Adamia to make 2 hours for him to make that. Now let's bring, no shirt. We'll bring these guys together. Benno Adamia, Sam Creasey, this for flyweight gold tomorrow night, Octagon 67 here in Trinec. I'll grab a quick word with both you guys first. Benno Adamia, point one to go. Do you see this weight being a problem?
I checked in another week and it was like 7, and we can check there. Okay.
We need to check on this scale before you go. This has been a long time coming. Let us know what this fight means to you and how will you get the victory over Sam Creasey?
Oh, can you tell me? I am so thirsty.
That's okay. How will you get the victory tomorrow night? A prediction?
It's no matter, just victory. Like it will be like submission, knockout, like decision. I'm okay for everything.
Okay, Benno Adamia, 2 hours to make that weight. We will see you shortly. Give it up one more time. The challenger, Benno Adamia. Sam Creasey, first of all, happy birthday. I'm guessing no birthday cake for you this week. A big week for you, a long time coming. This is one of the longest layoffs in your career. How excited are you to step in there, and how do you see yourself defending that gold?
Yeah, I'm excited to get back in there. Thank you for the birthday message. It was not the best, but we're here, we're done. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting in there tomorrow, bringing back my title.
And Benno Adamia, a tough challenge in front of you as well. What do you see as your keys to victory? Where do you think that you have the overall momentum over this guy?
He's going to bring it. You know, he's got a lot of skill set, but my experience is going to show in there.
Well, there we go. Leighton Buzzard, stand up one more time. Your champion, Sam Creasey. There you go. You can disappear and drink that, my friend. One more bit of business tonight. Cultural Centre in Trinec. We will do the open workouts and the final stare downs before the event tomorrow night. You can check out the event, Octagon 67, on octagon.tv or live in Germany on RTL5. RTL Plus. Do not miss it.
Fasten your seatbelts. Octagon MMA is heading to Trinec for the first time, a city which has waited 8 years for Octagon's arrival. The battle for the flyweight title. One of the world's greatest fighters in this division, Sam Creasey, is about to defend his belt for the very first time. He'll defend his throne against the #1 ranked fighter in the division, Benno Adamia, who comes from the Georgian school of fighting and has proved unstoppable for the last 3 years. Fans have been waiting patiently for this Czech-Slovak derby. Former 6-time Octagon champion David Kozma is about to enter one of the most important fights of his career. The Prince of Bratislava, Robo Pukač, invited Pink Panther into the cage, where he promises to give Kozma hell. The opening round of the 3rd season of the Tipsport Gamechanger, the European MMA Middleweight Champions League, with €1 million at stake. Czech fan favourite Miloš Petrášek is back. He is hungrier than ever for victory and wants to seal his legacy and prove that he can go head-to-head with anyone, including England's highly experienced three-time world champion, Mick Stanton. Greek warrior Andreas Michailidis has already competed in the welterweight Tipsport Gamechanger final, and now he's coming to conquer Europe once again. Can he dominate the middleweight division as well? Or will South African Hurricane and two-time EFC champion Mark Hulme take him out in the first round? The reserve fight in the €1 million pyramid offers a heated rematch between two mighty finishers. Slovakia's Milan Datalinka versus German striker Jaime Cordero. You can also look forward to seeing Slovakia's rising star, Veronika Smolkova, who will be going up against an opponent with twice as much experience, the ferocious pitbull, Aitana Alvarez. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Octagon 67, Creasey versus Adamia. Buy the pay-per-view and be transported to a front row seat for the entire tournament on octagon.tv.